Welcome to the greatness. My first monk improvement video became popular, and I've gotten a lot of feedback from the community. Overall, everyone liked the build, but mentioned that it still needed more damage. So I collected all the feedback, along with more playtesting, and improved the build even further. This is Playtest 6 Monk Improvement Part 2. We're going to go in order, starting at level 1. I will say a summary for each, but you can pause to read the full details when displayed. If I don't mention a feature, then leave it as it is for now. Level 1 Martial Arts. Monks can manipulate the body of stronger foes. The dexterous attacks benefit allows monks to also use either dexterity or strength for grapple and shove DC. Martial Arts gets a new benefit called Unarmed Strike Mastery. Monks have made their body into a weapon. Choose one weapon mastery from the list below to apply to your unarmed strikes. In order to use that mastery, you can't use simple weapons that turn. By level 5, monks are doing more damage than most simple weapons, so they have to sacrifice damage to do useful weapon masteries. Now they can apply them to unarmed strikes. Problem solved. Next improvement is the early core abilities, which all should have a free version, and monks can spend discipline points to upgrade that ability, representing them exerting their will beyond normal limits. Level 2 Flurry of Blows. When you use your bonus action for an ability other than unarmed strike, you can make one unarmed strike as part of that bonus action. Additionally, you can spend one discipline point to instead make two unarmed strikes as part of that bonus action. This is the change that makes the monk stand out, that lets this class compete with other martials. This means they keep up with damage without sacrificing defense. To put it in perspective, here's a list of damage output per martial class. This made it obvious that monks need to have that extra strike in order to match the rest, on top of other classes also having a survivability mechanic and higher HP. With that said, here are Monk's core survivability features. Patient Defense. As a bonus action, gain +2 to AC until the start of your next turn. Additionally, you can spend one discipline point to also take the dodge action as part of that bonus action. This AC bonus increases as you gain monk levels. Step of the Wind. You can take the disengage action as a bonus action. Additionally, you can spend one discipline point to also take the dash action as part of that bonus action, and your jump distance is doubled this turn. These changes improve resource management and survivability. Since monks have low HP for close combat, they need to be able to avoid attacks. Let's say you have +3 dexterity and +2 wisdom. That equals an AC of 15, plus patient defense makes it 17. At level 5, with +4 dexterity and +2 wisdom, your AC is 16, plus patient defense makes it 19. This is of course if you increase ability score rather than take a feat. Now here's what a level 3 combat turn would be like. Grandmaster Tiny Ho runs towards the enemy, then jumps into the air with a flying kick. Bonus action Disengage, and spend a discipline point to Flurry of Blows with fast punches to the chest. Tiny Ho runs behind the barbarian and ends their turn. At level 3 we have Deflect Missiles. Use your reaction to reduce physical ranged attack damage. If dropped to 0, you can redirect it for free. You make a ranged weapon attack. Additionally, you can spend one discipline point when you use Deflect Missiles to deflect a ranged attack that deals any damage type. Out of all the years I have played the monk, the only time I used the original feature in a campaign was when an ally threw a snowball at me. This is a cool ability, but mechanically I never use it. However, the ability does have value. It is actually a deterrent for the DM to not focus you with ranged attacks. So either way, you're avoiding damage, unless they drop a barrage on your ass since you only have one reaction. I prefer this ability to allow you to make a ranged weapon attack, rather than them making a saving throw, so it scales off dexterity modifier better. Monks also get a new feature at level 3 called Shared Wisdom.
It's okay to lose to opponent, must not lose to fear.
This ability represents the experience the monk has gained from reaching this point, and is able to express that wisdom to others. Before you roll a persuasion, deception, intimidation, or performance check, you can add your wisdom modifier to that roll. You can use this feature twice, and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Every class should have out-of-combat abilities. Casters can go invisible, charm people, and create illusions. Give more to non-casters. At least rogues can infiltrate. They did also give barbarians an out-of-combat feature in the previous playtest. Now the biggest change to the monk in Playtest 6 is Stunning Strike. We all know it's powerful. It's what made the class stand out. Players would dump all their resource into this ability to stun lock. So it either annoyed the DM or burned through legendary resistances and left the monk out of resource for the rest of the fight. So as a monk veteran, I say the changes to Stunning Strike are reasonable, with the improvements I am mentioning of the other class features. Level 7 has a new feature called heightened metabolism. If you spend at least 1 minute resting, you can give yourself all the benefits of a short rest. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. It helps with resource management, so I like it. Monks get another new feature at this level called Counter Strike. When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against that creature. This synergizes with patient defense. If monks are in a situation where they can't disengage, then they can stand their ground, potentially increasing their damage output on enemies that get too close. Level 9 is Acrobatic movement, which gives the monk the following benefits. You can move along vertical surfaces and across liquids. And second ability gained is whenever your jump distance is doubled from Step of the Wind, it is instead tripled for that turn. This increases the chance of more awesome out of combat moments by getting to hard to reach areas. At level 13, monks get Destructive Strike. You can spend 1 minute without moving to focus your energy to a specific point on your body. If you do so, your next unarmed strike in the next minute can deal damage to objects and structures. The attack automatically hits, and you roll 5 times your damage die on that object or structure. Additionally, once per turn, you can spend 1 discipline point to instead shorten this 1 minute into an action. I compared this feature to a 7th level Shatter, which casters can do at level 13. The average is around 35 damage to multiple objects and structures from a distance. Destructive Strike does an average of 28 damage plus your modifier to only 1 object or structure. This caters to the fantasy of martial artists constantly training by hitting objects. After a certain point, those materials become no obstacle. This gives monks another ability out of combat. I'm still tweaking the ruling, but it's been fun exploding doors or infiltrating a room through a wall like Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah!
Level 15 is Perfect Discipline. When you roll initiative, you regain 4 expended discipline points. It's another resource ability that guarantees you have something to do in every fight. This improved class is what I've been playtesting, and it is a much better representation of a martial artist. Again, if I haven't mentioned a feature, then keep it as it is for now. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and until next time, peace.